Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are planning in my big happy planner for the week of June 2nd through June 8th. So I just got a package in the mail, and these are the Jojo's Pretty Paper Shop stickers. I don't remember what collection this is called, but I bought these last week and they already arrived, so I'm really excited. I feel like they're just so pretty for this time of year where it's still spring, but it also is kind of like starting to feel a little bit summery, and I just think that they are beautiful. So I wanted to use them for this week. So I'm going to start right here at the bottom. And then I think that I want purple washi, and I feel like, oh, come on, this like chicken wire style would be really pretty here because I feel like it sort of has that same gardening vibe as these stickers, but I wanted to see if I could kind of just like pop this right up top here. Oh, it didn't work. That's okay. We can just cut the washi. It's trying to do a quick trick and it did not work this time, but that's quite all right. So I'll use my washi card and then grab my knife and just slice right there. All right. Then I think we can kind of shift to the left side and sort of set up an area that way. So at Jojo's Pretty Paper Shop, you can save on your order using code Elise15, and I'll have these linked in the description for you in case you would like to shop. All right, let's put this right over here. And then what else? I kind of want to continue with one of these sets. I just think the lavender and yellow is so pretty. Ironically, my big planner this week is also sort of lavender and yellow, but I feel like, yeah, it is. It's lavender and yellow. I didn't realize that I did the same thing, but it's okay. They both look really pretty, and it's a color scheme that I don't mind using more than once. So I'm gonna pull out Mojo's boxes here, and let's do a green box right over here. And then what color did I use? Last week I used, or this current week that I'm filming this, I used yellow for the headers. So I think this time we're going to use purple for the headers, just to sort of change it up a little bit. The envelope that this came in felt so pretty. And let's put one right over here. And then we'll sort of continue that. So put one here, and then maybe we'll jump up to the top for now. And these are going to be for my checklists, because every day for me definitely needs a checklist. So this is a Happy Planners checklist stencil. I'm pretty sure that they're sold out, but if you are able to get them, they are my favorite. I like 7 checklists, but I feel like one of the things that's important to keep in mind as you're creating a to-do list for yourself is how long each item on the list is going to take, because if each item on my to-do list on a Wednesday took an hour, I would not be able to get everything done because I don't have, let's see, do I have 7 extra hours? I mean, I guess you could say I have 7 extra hours if you consider every moment outside of my work hours, but I don't usually consider every moment outside of my 9 to 5 to be something that needs to be productive. Typically, I'll try to get my to-do list together with like, let's see, an hour and a half, 2.5, maybe 3 to 4 hours of things that I'll try to work on. But other than that, you know, I need to eat, I need to shower, I need some downtime. So really being mindful of a to-do list and how long things are taking you is very important. I pulled out Seasonal Basics by Kell of a Plan because I wanted to pull out some spring quotes or summer quotes. Do I want spring or summer quotes? Maybe we can find some that aren't necessarily a season, but they work well for these stickers, like where flowers bloom, so does hope. see here. Okay, because that would fit really nicely right there. And then I wanted to do something a little bit bigger over here. So let's do the Earth Laughs and Flowers, but I think I want to combine it with another decorative sticker. So if I shift that over, let's see how much space we have and the stickers that we have left. So we could do another greenhouse like right over here. Actually, let's put this here. Let's get my washi back. It's definitely under some pile at this point. This is why it's so hard for me to keep my office clean, because I just make piles and piles in every video. But I'm trying to get back into the habit of cleaning off my desk after each video. It's gonna have to go down a little bit more. Okay, that looks cute. Then for Wednesday, we're going to need a box. Let's put it over here and let's do a smaller one, like this green one again. And we're gonna pair it. We also have these boxes that I forgot about. So I think we're actually gonna use 2 boxes on Wednesday. That and that. And then we have room for something a little bit taller. So thinking we may go big with a greenhouse. I wouldn't normally put a sticker this big in the middle of a spread, but I think I'm gonna do it. We're gonna sort of go over the punch a little bit, but because I have my We Are Memory Keepers disc punch, we can punch through. And it doesn't lose too much of the design. Okay, that's looking pretty. I'm happy with it. Now we still have a lot of these little ones. I'm gonna hold off on those and probably bring them in somewhere else throughout the spread once I sort of get my bearings. So let's come back to my purple headers, and we put one there, so I don't want one next to that. So we're gonna put this here. Then this bottom box will be something decorative. So I can go ahead and pull something out of that now, or we can also do a quote. We can combine them. It doesn't have to be one or the other. So let's pull out some of these florals right here. And then back to our quotes. There are always flowers for those who want to see them. Like, these are, of course, springy because they're focused on florals, but I also feel like I'm not saying it's spring, it's spring, it's spring, and it kind of gives both. I mean, technically it's still spring because it's not summer yet, but I feel like the weather is a little bit more summery than spring. So let's bring these in. Now I can sort of eyeball the rest of the checklists, I think. We'll see. We may finish Thursday first and then put those down. All right, back to our boxes. So I really liked that yellow one there. I want to add another one in. And if you're newer to my channel, I often put boxes down every day, even if I don't have plans or anything, or know what the box is going to be used for, because it'll always end up being used for something. It may be a book that I'm reading, a show that I'm watching, what I had for dinner. Sometimes it's if I had a migraine, hopefully I don't, but I just like being able to have those spaces for me, because while I am a planner, my life is not planned out enough to have everything mapped out before it happens, especially because there's a lot of, other factors. There's my relationship, there's my family, there are my friends. Sometimes things come up and life doesn't always go as planned. And if I only set up my planner based on what I knew was happening in the week, it would never be a plan that would work. So we're gonna put this here for the next checklist. And then I really can't get these down straight today. I'm feeling very, very sleepy today. And I'm on my lunch break and I was like, okay, so I could spend my lunch break filming a video. I could try to take a nap because I'm not really a napper, but when I'm feeling this tired, napping tends to be something that my body is telling me it needs. But I also know that I have a lot of work I need to do and I want to do. So I'm trying to do both. I think that maybe I'll take a nap after this, or this video may energize me. As I say that, I'm realizing I sort of made a mistake here because I would technically want to put a box here and put something more decorative over there. So I think that we're going to grab my undo and lift this. I probably won't be able to lift it without the undo. So we're going to kind of let that settle for a second as it falls. And I'd like to shift it over here. I just put like way too much on the page. So because we want to do a box in the middle and so, or no, something decorative in the middle and a box down there, I can sort of proceed with this area. So let's add this in, but I want to include the washi beneath it, sort of like overlapping. And then my washi card is under here as I inhale the undo. Oh. All right, that's good. Maybe we can add a little yellow flower in there just to kind of bring that yellow in. That's pretty. Now for a box. I have 2 more of these. I actually think I want to do a full green box here. So let's do a tall one because Friday deserves a tall box. And now we know where everything else is going to go, right? Did I mess it up? I don't think I messed it up. So let's see. This, oh no, I did mess it up because I lost. All right, we can fix it. I'm trying to alternate where boxes or checklists and boxes go. So I messed it up there because I wasn't going to be able to put anything down. So we're going to do this. This one's going to get a yellow. That's so crooked. Okay. I'm not rushing through this. I know that I said I was tired, but that's also one of those things where it's like, did I make the best decision filming a video if I'm having trouble navigating this? I can see so much crooked here. What's strange is I'm standing up right now because sometimes I feel like standing up does give me a better vantage point to try to prevent things from being crooked, but it doesn't really seem to be doing the trick today. So let's see, let's try to get that down. Okay. See if we can get this lined up a little bit better here. All right, that's better. Now we have these boxes. So we're going to take the lavender one and pop it in right over here. And I'm going to layer it over so that I have the room for it. Otherwise, this would cover up too much of it. And then we'll take another green one and do a double box here. So put the green down first. And then we've got this one. Okay, now I want to be able to look at everything, but there's too much on my desk. So I'm going to clean off my desk and then we'll be back. Okay, now that I can actually see what's going on here, I have these Planner Kate Day of the Week headers that are really cute. And I think that even though this isn't the exact yellow match, it's actually a better match to these florals. So I really like how this looks in here. So I wanted to add these in just to do a little pop of color here. Okay, now let's come back to our other stickers. So because this one is a full sheet, I don't feel the need to like completely use it right now. So I'm gonna hold off there and we're going to just kind of come in and add these into some other spaces just because I don't really want those like extra sheets. So we're just gonna kind of use these up in little spots. This one, there's still plenty on. This one, there's still plenty on. Let's pull out the ones that we have less. So we could take these lavender stickers, put them over here, and just kind of adding little bits. I feel like it sort of finishes the spread. Even down here, if I make that like a continuing section, and then we have another lavender over here. It also helps a little bit, helps not see how crooked things are when you add in little elements. And then we've got this one. Let's see. I feel like that's going to be too busy. So maybe we add this over here. And then I think we leave it. There's still a couple of leftovers, but I can use these for a future spread. Oftentimes what I'll do with these extras is save them for a journaling spread because I don't use that many stickers in my journal, and these tend to be perfect. So I think that we're all set. I'm really happy with how this spread came out. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll link Jojo's Pretty Paper Shop in the description of the video. And again, code Elise15 will give you a discount. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time.